Good morning. Britton Begley here with the Elder Law Report. I'm here with attorney Greg McIntyre, who's headed up the mountain right now to our Hendersonville office. So he's joining us by telephone call. That's why you can't see his face. Good morning, Greg.
Morning, Britton. How are you doing?
Doing great, doing great. You know, I've been thinking a lot about changes that are being made, changes that are being proposed. And, you know, right now is a real uncertain time, right? For us, for our clients, because, you know, you had a change in the guard, and now, you know, this is the way that politics goes. You know, you have a change in the guard, and we don't know what's going to happen next with legislation. And so there's some news out there that they might want to change or eliminate the step up in basis. And, you know, that is concerning and could be concerning.
It's shocking. That is shocking. It's shocking.
Yeah, it's shocking. It is. And, you know, a lot of our clients might not know why that, you know, is an important thing, because they might not know what the step up in basis is or why it's important. And so could you tell us?
It could affect, it's sure, it could affect every one of our clients.
Right.
Every one of our clients that owns a house, that owns a piece of property. You know, step up in basis has been around for a long time. It means, you know, if I give you, Brent, a property that's worth $100,000 during my life, okay, and I bought that property for $10,000 40 years ago,
right,
then barring any money I can show I made on improvements before I gave it to you, my basis in that property, my taxable basis, is the $10,000 I bought it for previously. Therefore, if you turn around the next day and sell it for $100,000, you've got to pay capital gains tax on the $90,000.
That's right.
So we got to really cover capital gains tax for a second. Capital gains tax, short-term capital gains, is a higher rate on property that you own and hold less than 1 year.
That's right.
Long-term capital gains tax is exactly on property that you own and hold longer than 1 year. So long-term capital gains is a lower tax rate.
That's right.
But you would have tax on $90,000 capital gains tax because of your gain on that sale versus my taxable basis of $10,000. Now, a step up in basis is where I give you that property through some type of inheritance and some kind of death event. Like, I give you that property via a will. So you inherit it as an heir. Or I make you a grantee on a deed where you have a future interest, and when I die, you automatically get the property, like a life estate deed or enhanced life estate deed, also called a ladybird deed.
That's right.
So the step up in basis means that when you receive it and it's worth $100,000 fair market value, appraised value, tax value, then your basis in the property is as of the date of death when I die. So it's $100,000. So if you turn around the next day and you sell the property, then you have for $100,000, you have zero capital gain.
That's right. So the step up in basis eliminates all that built-in gain in the property. So if you buy a property, you work hard your whole life to pay that thing off, and you want to leave it to your kid. Maybe your kid wants to turn around and sell it, but you don't want them to be just hammered with tax. And so the benefit of that step up in basis is that it eliminates all that built-in gain, that built-in capital gain, so the next generation can enjoy, you know, the proceeds from that property if they were to sell it without having to be saddled with a bunch of taxes. Now, the thing about this, and the reason why it's so shocking that we would take it away to get some tax revenue for the country, is that number one, you know, it doesn't really it doesn't really help all that much. It's not a great source of tax revenue, in my opinion. We can jump in on that in a second. But the other thing is that you literally have to have someone die to benefit from this. It's not something where I can give you property and benefit from this. It's not something where only the rich benefit from it. It's not a class thing, right? It's something for anyone who could own property, anyone that can own an asset, and it's to protect that asset for the next generation. And again, someone literally has to die for this to be something that the next generation can benefit from.
You know what I see it as? Is an attack on property owners.
Yeah.
It's an attack on people who work their whole freaking lives to pay off a house.
Yeah.
That's who it's an attack. It's an attack on the lower to middle class people. That's who it hurts the most in their families. And
right.
then, I mean, if you are really a wealthy, large landowner, property owner, it's really going to hit you hard and your family.
Yeah.
So,
the more you invest to leave something for your children, you know, and that's the problem, is a lot of people invest in property to leave it behind for the next generation. And you know, you have some, you know, peace of mind thinking that, hey, you know, when my children get this, at least they can turn around and perhaps sell part of it off or the whole thing, and they won't get hammered with the tax if I were to sell it. And you know, eliminating that would eliminate a lot of, you know, the hopes and plans that a lot of hardworking people have come up with for their children. But this is speculation.
But never fear. What's the answer? How can we help?
That's
we
right.
Always try to figure out ways around, ways through, legal ways to help you still preserve your hard-earned money and property. So how can we help, Brett?
Yeah, you know, this is speculation because I don't know exactly how they're going to do, or if they're going to do this, okay, and what's going to shake down like. But here's what I think it will look like, because, you know, certain people are going to get the ability to get out of this, okay? That's how it always works, right? You have some bill like this come down, and they negotiate it, and they try to figure out, okay, how can we get the people in the know, right? The people in the know want to get out of it because, you know, these senators, these congressmen who put these bills together, they have their own, you know, lobbyists. They have their own constituents who are heavy on them, and they have property themselves. And so, you know, these guys don't want to feel the effect of this. So if I had to guess, you know, they're going to put a way out. And I think that the way out is going to be this, okay? I think they're going to grandfather in assets, capital assets that have been transferred to an irrevocable trust, okay? So an irrevocable trust has locked in that step up in basis, okay? And so that transfer of the asset to the irrevocable trust has locked in if it's done correctly, has locked in the step up in basis, so that any of the property transferring from the irrevocable trust, okay, that was funded by the property during the property owner's life, is locked in, so that when their children or grandchildren receive that property, they get that step up in basis that has been eliminated for any other property. That's probably what we're going to be looking at with a change in the step up in basis.
And we certainly have experience drafting irrevocable trust, and would be glad to help you and your family. And
yeah, that's right. That's right. You know, we've done, you know, so much, you know, with irrevocable trust to protect property. This is just another thing, you know, I mean, time and time again, we've turned the trust as an amazing tool to protect property, no matter what has happened with the change in the law. That's why I love trust so much. It allows me to anticipate these crazy changes in the law and still have a remarkable protective tool for my clients, and to really figure out, okay, what can we do here with this trust to really protect the property going forward. And I think that this is just gonna, you know, be another problem for trust to solve. And that's something I'm happy to solve for my clients, because I think it's really a tragedy to get rid of this important advantage for, you know, really mostly middle-class people, hardworking middle-class people.
I totally agree. You know, lots of wealthy landowners, property owners, well-to-do, they will already have these irrevocable trusts set up, sometimes managed by family members, sometimes managed by corporate trustees that are managing these large swaths of land, right, that they own. But we're able to provide that not only to everyone, right? We're able to open that up to everyone, and we'd love to do that.
Absolutely. So if you have questions about irrevocable trust, protection of property, or anything that we do, which is estate planning and elder law, give us a call. 704-259-7040. And if they want to reach any of the other offices, Greg, do we have another number for them?
We do. I'll tell you what. You can simply go to mcelderlaw.com and you'll see the numbers for our different offices. And it's really easy, I would say, just to click the free consult button. Right now we're offering free consults. So we would be glad to consult with you about your estate plan, preserving your taxable basis in your property, passing along, getting that step up in basis, and looking at trust as a tool to do that. So go to mcelderlaw.com. All our office numbers are on there. We're in Hendersonville, Charlotte, Shelby, really Western North Carolina. We have an office close to you. We'd be glad to help.
That's right. You heard the man. Go to mcelderlaw.com if you want to find out any more information. You know, thank you, Greg. This has been a great discussion. This is something that's been weighing on my mind, and I just really wanted to get it out. And so thank you for taking the time out of your day to educate our clients a little bit about, you know, what's going on.
Thanks, Brett. You have a great day.
You too.
All right, bye.
Bye.